God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 51 of Your Journey is Not Over. My name is Tanya Pearson Randolph. This is my own personal journey, and the expressions and opinions are of my own. I own all the rights to my personal journey and to Your Journey is Not Over. Neither to be used, copied, or edited in any way without my consent. Well, starting out today and going back through my journey these past 2 years, wow, it's been a lot, all crammed into a short time span, too. I not only had to educate myself on taking care of my husband and then how to protect myself spiritually, but our world being completely turned upside down, the carpet being pulled completely out from underneath both of us. So much so that our lives as we knew it would never be the same. Forever changed, and the lives we had built together for the past 8 years would only become memories. Safe, secure, happy memories. Like I said a few episodes ago, when you're in the eye of whatever storm, battle you're facing at that very moment in time, I don't know one person that I've communicated with that actually looks back and gives their self credit, acknowledgement, themselves, not just everyone around them at that particular time in their lives. In the storms, the battles, we are so quick to be grateful for any act of kindness that whomever chose to give to us. Gratitude does come easy to those that were forced to grow up in complete dysfunction, unstable, and unhealthy family dynamics. When you grow up like I had to, then you realize your own family can be cruel, backstabbing, and ever so two-faced. Try to undermine me, sabotage me any way possible throughout my life. Got glory on my downfalls, and some even assisted with those downfalls. My own mother set the bar on how I would be treated, and well, others just followed, let's just say. It was all I knew, born into this dysfunction completely. So I realized early on, people can be cruel, but most important, not to be like those people. I also learned early on in life to be grateful for those people that came into my life and taught me true, real, genuine kindness. No alternative motives. No playing pretend to my face and laughing, making fun of, or mocking my pain. And no creating more pain in my life just because they had access to me. And well, they could. I've been blessed with the people I've met, and God made sure I crossed paths with. Those people that chose to be kind to me, uplift me, give me encouragement and strength when I was at my most vulnerable, my most weakest times along my journey. I'm ever so grateful to those many people. But along my journey, I got so grateful that I truly never stepped back and gave myself the same acknowledgement, the same gratitude I'd given to others. Never had I looked back and said to myself, oh my goodness, girl, look what all you have been through and overcame. Yes, with the lessons and the experiences and also the battle scars. But Tanya, you're still standing. You're still kind hearted and loving, and you believe the good of people. Nothing the devil threw at me stuck. It bounced off, in fact, and only made me more resilient, more determined and educated, but even more grateful, not only to others, but to myself. On my healing journey, I have reflected back down every dark path I was led to travel. I do realize there's a lot of souls that have succumbed to all the darkness, the past traumas, and the negativity. Can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Devil got in their head and played on their minds, played on their traumas, their fears, their insecurities, and their vulnerabilities, and twisted all of that together and used that as a weapon to try and get your soul. When the past traumas and all that doesn't do it, then the devil does send in undercover agents to assist in exactly that. When you've been through hell and back, but you're still standing, still trying to see the good, I call it my rose-colored glasses. Again, but still trying to see the good in everyone. Still have an innocence and a trusting of people, no matter what others have displayed. You're not hateful, not bitter. Hurt, yes. Heartbroken, yes. But still standing. That's when you need to watch out. The devil didn't get what he wanted during your despair. You know your soul. So he'll try harder. Send in the most unassuming people. And like one of my spiritual advisors taught me, the devil won't send in anyone, just anyone. Oh no. The devil knows your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities, and he also knows your likes and dislikes too, all too well. The devil has studied you hard, so he knows who to send in, such as friends, family, relationships, even new people that have yet to betray you, backstab you, set out to destroy you and your life, your light, and your energy in whatever way they can. The devil will send in someone that's your type, or so they seem to be your type. That's persuasion, very manipulative, can shapeshift, create illusions, future fake, tell you everything you want to hear, play pretend, make you believe they are sent by God. You know they're there to save you. Most don't find out until it's too late that they are in fact the devil in disguise. Devil had to make it look good and enticing so you would fall for the illusion. Beware, be careful. Not everyone is who they seem to be or who they pretend to be. So now, the most recent part of my journey, and yes, me going back through it all. Like I said before, it's been a lot. And if it hadn't have happened to me personally, I would have a hard time concepting it myself. But also, as I said before, I never gave myself credit, always God, of course, and those that were around me in whatever stages and chose to be kind. I went through life feeling like I owed those people something, if only love, loyalty, friendship, just for being kind to me. I thought everyone operated the same way. Boy, was I wrong and quickly enlightened. Not everyone is built and has experienced the same traumas, nor have they learned through the time i- to process the traumas and heal themselves as they travel on their journeys. And sadly, there are so many that don't heal and they create destruction for themselves and everyone around them. In their energy, even the kindest of people get burnt by these type of people one way or another. Or some people succumb to the devil and give up completely, just surrender to the pain, the traumas, the dysfunction, and they become exactly who they fought so hard their whole life not to become. Just like my brother, for instance. He experienced more than me with having 6 years with our mentally and emotionally unstable mom before I was even born. So he's seen more, experienced more, and he protected me as much as he could. He took the brunt for whatever he could to shield me, to block me from even more pain, more trauma. And being an empath, I do now realize why I can feel others' pain. And I've held on to my brother's pain and all that was done to him, and the responsibility of having to take care of me, look after me, provide for me at such a young age. I held on to that more than I've ever held on to anything that was ever done to me. It was so easy for me to forgive everything that's done to me. But again, I would hold on to things done to others, especially my brother. And being taught by my brother that we never want to be like our mother. We're going to be better people, he would say, better parents than what we had. This was drilled into my head early on by him. There was a lot of pressure put on me by him. Every step, every move I made came with judgment and scrutiny. My brother was my biggest critic, always critiquing me, checking me, setting me straight. And there would always be, you don't want to end up like our mom, Tanya, so you better listen to me. A lot of pressure on both of us. And because neither of us had our dads, she's seen to that. She was a very calculating, premeditated person, and she didn't like no one having power in any way. So when you have kids, you generally have to co parent, right? 50-50. Well, she didn't like that 50-50. So neither of us had our real dads in our lives. All because of power, too. So she was the only parent we had to look to as a teacher. And I thank God for that every single day. And I also that thank God that my brother also taught me early on to find other role models, other women to look up to. Of course, our grandma and others such as teachers, bosses, other people, even my friends' moms. So what's sad to me now is the one person who was so adamant about me not becoming like our mom ended up falling into the same exact cycles And pretty much, he ended up not only repeating those cycles and becoming just like our mother in every way. Those cycles would eventually lead him down a destructive path and ultimately cost him his life. My brother committed suicide. He took his own life. The strongest person I ever knew could not be strong any longer, and he succumbed to the cycles, the trauma, the dysfunction, the hurt, and the pain inflicted on him starting at a very early age. Like most of us, we are just children of circumstances, born into this chaos, this destruction, this dysfunction. And like me, I've relied on others, mainly strangers, that God has brought into my life and at my lowest times too. God's angels to light my path, give me hope, give me faith, inspiration, and courage. God knows what we need, and He does deliver every single day. We have to be open to receiving all that He sends to us, the signs, the angels disguised as people that somehow, by some miracle, entered your life at just the right time, directed by God to help you, assist you, to give you strength in your darkest hour. And the same goes with you. God has used you in ways you yourself don't even know or realize. God uses all of us and all things for the good of us. If someone enters your life and brings bad energy, bad vibes, brings more pain, more tears, more confusion, more destruction, those are your signs. That's for sure not from God. That's from the devil. God brings peace, love, understanding. God brings calmness in the storm. Not more rain, not more lightning, and not more thunder. No. Be aware. People, not all people, are what they seem. Devil will try to manipulate you, your energy, block your intuition. So please stay strong in your faith. Stay close to God. Stay prayed up and listen to your gut. I can't express that enough. Like I started out today, is how I will try and finish. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself. Give yourself credit because chances are you survived something that others couldn't nor wouldn't. I know when you have been stuck in survival mode your whole life, how you're focused on what's coming next and having yourself and your defenses ready for the next battle. Just waiting, but ready to defend and conquer whatever may come. Never being able to let your defenses down long enough to take a breath, reflect, let alone relax. Again, it's called survival mode. Standing guard, just waiting for what's next. On your healing journey, you do begin to reflect and relax, and you look back at your life and give yourself all the credit you deserve. Without God, we could never overcome the things that we did, but we did our part too. We played our roles, and we held our word to God that we would stand strong in His honor and have faith and trust in our Father, and we would not only battle the devil for our souls, but we would be victorious in those battles. Amen. God didn't build us to break. We bend, we crumble, but we get back up and back on the battlefield. And yes, please reflect back, and along with God, give yourself the credit you deserve. I remind myself every single day that I'm a warrior, a survivor, and I've conquered what the devil sent in, and he just knew who or what would destroy me every single time. I am stronger spiritually, and no matter what or who the devil sends toward me, nothing will be able to penetrate my armor, my faith, and my love for our Father in heaven. When you have God, you in fact have everything you need. All the love, the strength, the protection to win any battle or any war. Please, along with God, love yourself. And along with God, give yourself kudos, give yourself props for being who God built you to be. Strong, resilient, graceful, smart, wise, with the ability to persevere and overcome anything. With God, we can and will get through anything. The devil has no power if we don't give him any. By healing, we are taking away the power from the devil and restoring it back to where it truly belongs, with God. Don't let the devil and his many demons play games with something so precious, something that is a gift from God to us, our lives. Today is my 100th episode, and before I sign off, I want to say I'm shocked that I'm at 100 episodes and still with so much to share and relay. But I'm very grateful, ever so grateful to God for leading me telling me and explaining to me my path and what my purpose would be. To expose all the things I've endured, be completely transparent about my journey. No mask, no illusions, just being authentic and keeping it real, leading others to embrace their journeys, and hopefully leading others to begin their own healing journeys. We all need healing in this world, and yes, do I believe one step at a time in the right direction, we can all get there together? Yes, I do. Please also remember the more you heal what was supposed to break you, destroy you, scar you, the closer you get to God and the further away from the devil. That's the goal. God gave me a voice for a reason, and I'm using it to hopefully help people to heal, to understand what all I've been through my whole life, and to also show I'm still strong in my faith of God and my love for all people. I'm still kind, compassionate, and empathetic. The devil could never touch my heart, and that's what God knew. My heart can never be changed or turned cold or bitter or full of hate and resentment. God gave me a pure heart that withstood all the evil that I came up against my whole life. Please love yourself as God loves you. Give yourself love and grace and so much credit for surviving. Thank you all that listen and follow me. Before the very first episode, I prayed and I told God, whoever is meant to hear this will. It's in your hands now. And if I can save one life, then it's all worth it to me. Well, so grateful to say I've saved a lot of lives, too many to count. Amen. And I don't keep track. No, just grateful that those people stumbled, or as I say, was led by God to me, reached out to me, trusted me enough to share things with me, and some that had never told another soul what they trusted and shared with me, a total stranger. God gave me such a gift of my love of all people that I'm so grateful. That translates through my messages, my FaceTimes, direct messages, and my voice and my platforms. My whole life, God has always given me the gift to know exactly what to say. It's not me, it's God using me, my voice, to speak exactly what someone needs to hear. Thank you for being brave enough to trust and reach out to me. And to everyone that has reached out, I am ever so grateful. I was where I was supposed to be, right time, right place, with the right words to express. And thank you for the lessons and the knowledge that I learned from each and every person I've had the pleasure of meeting with, messaging with, FaceTiming with, and also thank you to every person I've came in contact with that has helped me, encouraged me, embraced me, and invited me to speak all around the world. The people that are in the fight to save lives, just like me, get people to understand things spiritually, encourage people to heal and get closer to God. I am so very grateful, and I would love to be able to speak about the organizations that I've been invited to be a part of in some small way. Well, the best way to explain this is the devil and his undercover agents are on my back door at all times, trying to stop me, block me, sabotage me, lie on me any way possible to shut me up and isolate me. I've had to shut down messages on several platforms just because the undercover agents want to message whoever comments and tell the most disgusting lies on me or about me. Let's just say throughout my life, in the latest part of my journey, I was weak, grieving, scared, and vulnerable. And I let my guards down and I trusted the wrong people. People who were good pretenders. I now say deserve an Oscar for their performances. Also, there are many throughout my past that I've triggered by just simply being myself, comfortable with who I am and in my own skin, and comfortable with my choices that I've made and the way I've chose to live my life. Not perfect by all means, but I haven't chose to be just a spark in this life. I'm a light. And while my light irritates people's demons, it always has. So yes, these people are on my back door, wanting to project who they are and how they have chose to live their lives onto me. How others chose to live their lives hasn't even come close to how I've lived mine. Again, it's called free will. I made choices just like everyone else, and now we all must live with the choices we made, not project onto others. Misery does love company, and people just can't find it with me, nor do I join them. Well, that irritates their souls too. There's a lot about me that irritates demons in people, brings their demons to the light. exposes their demons. Again, as God said, it's my purpose. But as I say at least a few times a day, if those people cost someone their life by playing their demonic games on my platforms, made it so that people couldn't reach out to me, I couldn't help in whatever way, there's consequences to every action. So if someone paid the ultimate price, their life, because people have a vendetta against me, or I intimidate them, or my light shines too bright for their dark souls, then I tell God, let that be something that these evil demonic people one day answer for, pay for. You're not hurting me, not stopping me, not blocking me, and damn sure aren't going to shut me up. Let's get that straight. I pay the cost to be the boss on my podcast, just like I do in my life. But let me make this clear. You are hurting someone in this world that needs help, someone to listen to them, lead them to safety. And seeing that not one of you undercover agents working for the devil, and I know who each and every one of you are too. I sure do. But you are all too arrogant, selfish, self centered, stuck in the loop of evil, love doing the devil's work. Again, not one of you people are truly trying to help anyone other than yourselves. None would give up your time, quietly to help others. There's no clout, no cash given, so there's no payout, no likes on Facebook for popularity and status. What I do is confidential and quietly done for the sole purpose to help another human being and to relate, to let others know they are not alone on their journeys. And dear God, please don't let these demonic people that have a vendetta for me personally cost someone else their lives. And if so, I hope every single person involved answers for it on their judgment day. Why try and stop me from helping people? You don't want to do it. Can't get past yourself long enough to help another soul. So why try and stop me? Pure evil. God knows who you are too, and one day you will answer for doing the devil's work. Trust and believe that. I do. And I also pray every day, please God, allow things to be done here on earth as it is in heaven. Thank you and cheers to 100 episodes, and cheers to many more to come. I'm not slowing down anytime soon. No, I'm just getting started. Again, thank you to God and everyone that I've reached, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to my channels, my platforms, and to the millions of people around the world that hear and listen to my voice 2 times a week. We can and we will all make a change together. I also want to add, trust God and always know God will never lead you into a storm, a battle to overcome, no matter how bad it seems. Unless He knows already, you can withstand that storm, that battle, and even learn to use those undercover agents as stepping stools that were meant to break you and betray you and hurt you as a tool used not against you. No, God's seen to that, but for you. To get you to break all illusions, the most hardest battles, and the people set on destroying my life some way or another. My sense of humor takes over at this thought, okay? Back to the drawing board, I always say. But please learn to use everything as a lesson. And then after the lesson, there always comes blessings and the understanding of how and who and how God's plot twist came into play. God will stand off for just so long. It's just like a parent at a playground with their kid. We as parents stand back, stand off, let our children learn and play with other kids. And yes, most likely there's always one that's a little more vocal and physical with the other kids, right? Well, most parents stand back and let our kids again learn social skills, problem solving, learning others' reactions and responses. So again, we stand off and watch this physical and verbal abuse go on. Well, then comes a time where a parent must step in, intervene. Enough is enough. Same with God. He will stand back, let us learn what we need to know, and then He steps in and protects us, shields us from real harm. He uses what the devil meant to hurt us, destroy us, to in fact better us, and for our good always. But you got to stay on your journey, stay the course. Don't waver on your faith. Trust God completely and get excited. Look forward to the plot twist God has in store just for you. After all that we've been through, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Embrace your life and remember, life is a journey. Healing is a journey. And life is meant to be lived, not endured. So I invite you, I encourage you, I give you permission, whatever you may need, to please embrace and enjoy your journey. This concludes my podcast for today. Please join me Thursday, listen in, and always remember your journey is not over. God bless.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been